Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is no ordinary politician.
Women like me aren't supposed to run for office. I wasn't born to a wealthy or powerful family. Mother from Puerto Rico, dad from the South Bronx.
A year ago, she was unknown. Now she's the youngest woman in Congress and one of the most recognizable faces in US politics, but also one of the most controversial. The New Yorker is a straight talker, at odds with conventional America. Her supporters really love her. Her enemies, well, they really hate her. Remind you of anyone? They might come from different social and political worlds, but Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Donald Trump were in fact born just 15 miles apart. And the similarities don't end there. She's also borrowed from the Trump political playbook in her rapid rise. Tactics like owning the debates on social media. The 29-year-old, known by her Twitter handle AOC, tweets to 3 million followers every day. And get this, a video of her critiquing US campaign finance law, usually a seriously dry topic, has been seen 40 million times. That makes it the most viewed political video on Twitter ever. It's those numbers which have got her rivals scared, which brings us on to the second Trump tactic. AOC takes down the competition, including the president's family, and her supporters love it. When Ivanka Trump attacked AOC's pledge for a guaranteed minimum wage, the former bartender hit back saying, "As a person who actually worked for tips and hourly wages in my life, instead of having to learn about it secondhand, I can tell you that most people want to be paid enough to live." And like the president, AOC spins negative media coverage to her advantage. Thank you, Fox News, for making all the campaign graphics I never knew I needed. If the media attacks don't work, then critics try to embarrass her. This old footage of AOC dancing recently resurfaced online, so she did this. And of course, it went viral, clocking more than 20 million views and 150,000 retweets. She's clearly got an engaged audience and a platform to talk to them, but what's her appeal? AOC is out to challenge the establishment. Like Bernie Sanders, she proudly calls herself a democratic socialist, and her vision for America goes way beyond anything preached by Bill Clinton or Barack Obama. She wants a 70% tax rate on those earning more than $10 million, free medical care for all Americans, and massive state funding to tackle climate change and social inequality, a so-called Green New Deal. These policies have been written off by the establishment as unrealistic and unelectable. But remember how far-fetched this sounded.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. We're going to build the wall. We're going to build the wall. You know who's paying for the wall, right? Mexico.
Trump's divisive campaign didn't stop him, and AOC has now gained so much support, Democrats who want to challenge Trump in 2020 are desperate for her to endorse them. That means they'll have to embrace parts of her agenda, which just shows how influential she's become. So how far can these tactics take her? She can't replace Trump in the White House, as the law requires the president to be 35 and older to hold office. But at just 29, AOC's thrusted herself into the centre of the debate. She's got a long, long way to go to persuade middle America to buy into her vision. But with millennials set to outnumber baby boomers in the US for the first time this year, voter intentions could be shifting. And so far, AOC's outsider strategy has fast-tracked her to holding power on the inside. So, could she really one day make the nation's biggest political oath?
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Stranger things have happened.